TikTok is looking to implement their own music streaming platform to compete with the likes of Spotify and Apple Music. You know, they've always had a big influence on the music industry. They got songs getting to rise on the charts. What are your guys' thoughts?
I really don't know if I'll ever be able to see myself kind of like leaving like Apple Music, and even if I'd left Apple Music, I'd probably go to Spotify. But it's another way that they're just implementing to try and build a conglomerate. You know, we saw they completely dominated the short form content. They came on the scene and really took over in that market. And now it looks like they're trying to kind of A/B test like the Be Real aspects of the platform, and now I guess music. So I mean, artists have already gotten tons and millions of streams by having their music on TikTok and just having people use their songs and videos. So it's not really that surprising that they're going to implement something like this.
I'm gonna be honest. There's no close to no chance I'm gonna use them as my music software. I'll use Spotify. I'm probably gonna be pretty loyal to Spotify to the day I die, unless they really mess up. Because I mean, TikTok is great, but I think TikTok, I hate to say it, should stick to being TikTok. Like if I want to use Be Real feature, I'm gonna go to Be Real. I'm probably not gonna use TikTok for that either.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen what it's done for artists over the past couple of years since TikTok really hit it big. Just if you look at the top 10 Billboard charts or whatever, a lot of the songs on there are only on there because they're so popular on TikTok. We've seen already TikTok is the #1 search engine in the world. It's bigger than Google. A lot of people can't wrap their heads around that because they don't really think TikTok's a search engine, but it really is. You search anything up, you're not going to get like web article results, but you're going to get a ton of video results on what you're looking for. And it's going to be the same thing with music. I mean, I think with a lot of music artists nowadays, just like with content creators wanting to blow up, if you want to blow up your music, it's kind of, you have to be on TikTok right now. I mean, it's not essential, like it's not like 100% certain, but it pretty much is like if you're a music artist these days, you need to be posting on TikTok.
The worst part about music artists though is they're not listening, man. Like you tell your boy who's trying to make music, like, dude, you gotta be posting content, man, consistently every day, and they just don't do it. I'm like, bro, you're in the studio 4 days a week, putting out a song every week, but the problem is the music could be great, but you have no audience for it. Like, what do you like? You're focusing on the wrong things. We met with an A&R the other week, or this past week actually, and he was talking about how like you got to be able to market yourself, man.
It's ego, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely agree with you. You know, we've had this conversation tons of times to artists and just content creators in general, is that like you got to be on TikTok right now. I don't care. And even though the algorithm may be a little bit kind of like slowed and cluttered because of the amount of volume, it's saturated, the amount of people on it, I still think that algorithm will always be undefeated. Yeah. And I know we kind of got off topic from talking about like how it's the streaming platform, but I don't know, man. I think they're going to test it. I don't think it's going to be that favorable among the audience, but you never know.
Well, I disagree. I think
maybe it'll work well, maybe not so well in the American market, but in the European markets and like the Middle East and stuff like that, it might just go crazy.
Well, so that's the thing. That's why they're looking to bring it in as a part of TikTok, because ByteDance, the parent company, they already have a music streaming platform that people don't know about because it's only in 3 countries, India, Brazil, and Indonesia. It's called Resso. And apparently it's doing very successful there. And so they're just like, well, why don't we just merge that and make Resso a part of TikTok and offer that to the world? And apparently they also said in the article that like they're really not going to be rolling this out in the US right away. It's really going to be mainly an international dominant thing because Spotify and Apple Music are so big. But if it gets to the point where like it's dominating those international markets, they might just pull the trigger and actually go after.
Do you think they're going to charge for it? Because like, I mean, you know, Spotify and Apple, you have to pay for your subscription, but ByteDance, I mean, they're such a large company. They pay, you know, less than 1% to their creators. So if you got all this cash, are they just are they going to have a free subscription model starting out, or what?
I think it is going to be free, and what they're going to do is really just charge a bunch of ads on top of it. I'm not sure obviously, but that's my prediction. I think the reason why TikTok has been so successful is you really don't have to put much money into that platform at all. And the advertising doesn't really seem to be taking much away from it like it does on other platforms.
Well, yeah, I mean, their advertising is so good in the fact that like advertisers know that if they want to be successful, they have to make their ads look like TikToks themselves. So even the ads are somewhat entertaining themselves as well. So I mean, they're crushing it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think is like what Spotify and Apple Music and other streaming platforms like Tidal and stuff, how are they going to react to this? Because we've already seen what TikTok has done to Google, and the influence that they've had on other social media apps, the influence with the reels and the shorts and the spotlight. So like, what do we think is going to happen here with Apple Music and Spotify? Maybe we just don't know yet, but I really think that if I'm Spotify, not so much Apple because that's not what their entire company is based around, just that very, very lucrative division. If I'm Spotify right now, I'm good, but I might be sweating a little. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think the main thing.
I'll say this. I think if anything, the people that should be worried right now, it's like SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Because I think SoundCloud's market, it's a lot of that unreleased, the stuff that doesn't get cleared. I think that could do well on TikTok.
Yeah, especially since if it's free. If
a lot of like the
free,
underground
free
stuff.
streaming.
Because that's what happens on TikTok. All these underground people, they blow up. So it's like you find your favorite artist
When it used to be SoundCloud.
Right, you find your favorite artist, and I think that if anyone needs to be worried, it's the SoundCloud. I think Spotify and Apple will be consistent. I think that TikTok may be a competitor in that regard. I personally just don't see them losing much of a market share to TikTok as far as streaming.
I agree, and I think they really just need to double down on what they're doing well. Like, I look at Spotify, and why I prefer personally Spotify over Apple is the discoverability of music. So I think if they just keep making their AI better on helping you find new music, find new artists on it consistently, just keep doing what's well, and I think they'll be fine.
What about Triller? Like, what even is Triller?
I don't even know what they do.
Got nothing to do.
Yeah. But
No?
what did you have next, though?
We jump into the next article? Or?
I think so.
What? What's that?
I had enough.
I have you. Dude, why are you bringing up Triller, bro?
I thought we were flowing.
No,
Triller's
no,
dead, bro.
That was
Triller
done.
is dead. That's why I'm
Triller's
bringing it
dead.
up. Like, what the fuck is Triller?
No, Triller's done.
All right.
But
Are you going next, or is it me?
I'll go next.
All right, go next.
All right.
All right,
So
what do you got?
So for our next article, you guys know.
You sure about streaming?
All right.
My bad, bro.
Okay, you're good, Brad. That was fine. What about Triller? Shut the fuck up and move on. I'm trying to fucking talk about fucking streaming platform.